No matter where you are in your life, you have to trust yourself. I believe that being able to build a trusting relationship with yourself is one of the most important endeavors that you can embark on in your life. Because if you can't trust yourself, then being able to trust anyone else will not be able to happen. um, we have to be able to trust ourselves with decisions that we make and being able to follow through with what we tell ourselves. We have to build a trusting relationship with ourselves so that we can always count on ourselves no matter what difficulties we find ourselves in. I believe that knowing how to trust yourself will allow you to push through difficult times in order to reach your goals. If you're in pursuit of any sort of goal or reaching some sort of achievement, having a trusting relationship with yourself will allow you to deal with difficulties that may arise on that journey. And, you'll be able to rely on yourself to get you through those difficult times. You'll be able to tell yourself positive things that will allow you to keep going even when times get tough. Or when other people are trying to, throw you off of your game, just having that trust in yourself will allow you to, stay motivated to keep going even when everyone else is trying to get you to quit. I believe one of the first steps that you should take is to cut out the things that you don't believe will help you on your journey to building self-trust. So that could be anything from cutting out bad habits that you may have to ending certain relationships, changing your environment that you live in, or even just cleaning up around your house. Just things that may seem insignificant, but a lot of these things can affect our ability to build that trusting relationship with yourself, because they can easily throw you off when you're trying to focus. The second thing that you should do is to paint the picture of what a trusting relationship with yourself looks like. So that could be anything from, keeping promises that you made to yourself, or sticking to a daily routine that you are trying to set for yourself. Just small things like sticking to a workout schedule, or waking up when you set your alarm instead of hitting the snooze button. Just little trust building exercises. So you want to have an idea of what a fully trusting relationship with yourself looks like. And, you can start at those little basic things and then expand out from there. Just write down everything that you think would make up a trusting relationship with yourself. So here's some ideas that I have on how to build a trusting relationship with yourself. Number one would be to implement a daily self-care routine. So that could be making sure that, you're washing your face every day and flossing your teeth, getting your hair taken care of, and moisturizing your skin, and making sure that you're eating the proper foods that make you feel the best, exercising, going to sleep on time. The list goes on, but practicing that self-care every day will allow you to, have consistency with things that you do for yourself that are only for you, that make you feel good, and that will help you be able to trust yourself to stick to something. And along with that is practicing daily productivity habits. So, writing down your schedule for the next day, have like a to-do list, doing like time blocks for work, working in the best environment for you, stuff like cleaning up your desk and stuff, like on a daily basis, reading motivational books, or, whatever things that you think will help you be more productive. Implementing those as daily habits will allow you to stick to, again, a routine where you're doing things that help you feel good and productive, and you'll be able to build, that trusting relationship with yourself, because you're doing things that allow you to count on yourself. The next thing is that you should always act from your own sense of self. So basically that means don't try to be like anyone else. You're never going to be able to be anyone else. So you might as well just be yourself. And being able to be fully comfortable in being yourself will allow you to trust yourself to, have your own identity, and, you'll be able to stick to the other things better, because you're doing things from an authentic, things that are authentic to you, from an authentic mindset, instead of trying to do something that is not necessarily right for you. The next thing, hold yourself accountable for your actions. So if you make a mistake, you have to own up to it. If you promise someone that you were going to meet up with them at a certain time, make sure that you're there on time, or even a little bit beforehand. Like, if you said that you're going to work out 5 days a week for the next 6 months, you have to stick to it. Whatever it is that is going to keep you accountable for your actions, you have to be able to do that, because, again, that allows you to keep focused on something that's, going to result in you being able to trust yourself, being accountable for any sort of actions you may be taking, allows you to believe that you are capable of doing, difficult things, when it's not easy, because you hold yourself accountable. You can count on yourself to, do things when they may not be easy to do. Along with that can be a person of your word. So keeping your promises. I guess you could go back to the meeting someone example. Like, if you promise someone that you're going to be there at a certain time, you have to be there on time. If you promised your child that you would come to their school play, you have to show up. If you promised your parents that you were going to visit them this weekend, you gotta go. Whatever promises you make, you have to keep them, because that's going to allow you to build up that trust in yourself, that you can, do things that you say that you are going to do, instead of being someone that says that they're going to do things and then they never do it. the next thing is to have and to never let anyone cross your personal boundaries. So if someone is trying to get you to do something that you really don't feel is right for you, you have to stick to your own boundaries. You can't let anyone break them, and you can't be somebody that, has boundaries some of the time and then sometimes you break them. You have to stick to keeping your boundaries, because I believe that that's your heart telling you what's truly right for you. If you don't drink and someone is trying to get you to go out and drink that night, but you know that you do not like drinking, then you don't go. If you think that it's going to put you in a position where you're going to end up drinking, you just have to not go. You have to be willing to miss out on things because they go against your boundaries. You have to be willing to not hang out with certain people because you know that they're a risk for you breaking your boundaries. You have to keep your boundaries in place, and no matter who they are, you can't let anyone cross them, because that's only going to, hurt that trusting relationship with yourself. Like, if you're letting other people come in and break your boundaries, then how can you ever trust yourself, to keep, to keep your boundaries in place, keep that wall up. Along with that is to have an unyielding set of personal morals and beliefs. So I'm not trying to tell you what you should believe or what morals you should have, but I believe that everyone should have some sort of set of morals and beliefs. It doesn't have to be religious or spiritual or anything or whatever, but just things that you believe in and things that you know are right for you in your life. You have to stick to these things, because at the end of the day, they're, a big part of what makes you as a person. Your morals and beliefs are kind of like your guiding light through life. They dictate the actions that you take on a daily basis, from the simplest to the most complex. Your own morals and beliefs, they keep you on the path that you have set for yourself. I guess a simple example could be you don't lie or something, and because you have this moral that you don't lie, no matter what the situation is, even if it's a situation that you believe would put you in a place to need to lie, you just have to tell the truth, no matter what the consequences are. And again, that just helps you strengthen that trust in yourself, because you're able to do things that are difficult in difficult times, but at the end of the day, it's something that you told yourself that you would stick to. So, you have to keep those morals and beliefs in place, because they're your rule book for life, if you will. They just decide who you're deciding to be along your journey. And of course, your morals and beliefs can change throughout your life, but I think in general, everyone kind of knows what's right and wrong for them. No matter how things may shift over time, you kind of have a general idea of who you are, as you get older and wiser. Kind of tying up all those above points is to know your non-negotiables and to know when to say no. I think these 2 points kind of summarize everything else. It's, no matter what the world tries to get you to do, to break your routine, to break promises, to break your personal beliefs and morals, you have to have your non-negotiables. And if someone is trying to break those, you just have to say no. Having your non-negotiables just keeps you accountable for yourself. Like, your non-negotiables are just things that no matter what, you're not willing to break. So that could be your daily workout schedule. That could be the promises that you keep to yourself, the actions that you believe that you should be accountable for, whatever it is. Like, having non-negotiables keeps you from breaking that trust that you have set with yourself. After you've done all this previous work, like just knowing when to, say no. Like, I can't break what I've already have set for myself, because it just goes against everything I've worked so hard to build. Knowing when to say no. Knowing when to say no just is kind of like the icing on the cake of, no matter what anybody is trying to get you to do, no matter what the world is trying to get you to do, you just say no because it's going against your non-negotiables, and you don't want to break your non-negotiables. If that makes sense. I know I just kind of stumbled through that, but I believe having non-negotiables is just kind of like the full package of everything, that makes up that trusting relationship with yourself. So, I just mentioned this, but, having that work exercise schedule and those productivity habits and your beliefs and morals, these are all things that you don't break no matter what. So if someone or something is trying to break them, you just have to say no and move on. But overall, just remember that building a trusting relationship with yourself is an ongoing process, and it's a long-term process. It's not going to happen overnight. I think I speak for myself and everyone else when I say that, we're always working on it. You're never perfect. You're never going to be perfect, but just keeping it as the goal that you would like to achieve is, ultimately all you can really do. Life is going to throw a lot of different curveballs at you. It's going to try to stick its foot out and trip you up, but you have to just, have that trust built in yourself over time that's going to allow you to just keep pushing no matter what life is trying to throw at you, no matter what the people in your life are trying to do to knock you off of your game. But yeah, just be patient with yourself and remember that you don't have to be perfect, and nothing big is gonna happen right from the start. It's just, it's a long-term thing, so it's a lifelong journey. You just have to be willing to roll with the punches, and be in it for the long haul. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you were able to take something useful from this. Be sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment, share the video, and be sure to check out my links in the description. I hope you have a wonderful day, and hope you get out and get some sun, because it's sunny outside, hopefully, where you are. And yeah, until next time, everyone, peace.